everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna do another journal page. Here we had the moon that we did last time, but before doing the sun we are gonna wait another week. So for this time we are gonna do a kind of small, quick and easy project. And I'm gonna start just putting some blue on the page just to have some background. And the blue that I'm using is an acrylic paint, is ultramarine blue. But I'm using with a lot of water, so I didn't want to have too dark blue. It's just to have some kind of base for the background and not having a completely white page. Then I'm using this stencil with using just some black. I like this stencil. It's kind of giving the vibe of, I don't know, floral, but it's not really a floral because it's kind of little leaves. But okay, I like it anyway. And I just putting this one on the frame, so on the right side of the page I'm just putting a kind of circling all around, semicircling around the page. And in the other side instead I'm just putting straight, just to have some variation. Then I'm using another stencil with a darker blue. This one is a stencil with a lot of numbers, is in the same set of the other one that I was using before, but it didn't show much. And in the end I say, okay, I mean, I like that I had some lines, but since I had already the black one, I didn't show much. So in the end, okay, I continue putting those stencil, let's say on the same side where I was putting the black other stencil. But in the end I decided, okay, I like more to have the sponge look, so I'm just using the sponge and adding again the dark blue a little bit more around the background, just to have some kind of interest and texture on that page. And that is another blue. I'm using a primary blue. It's still blue, but I'm kind of mixing here and there. And I had an idea for this page. The idea was to have a lady with a big dress, full of done with paper. That was the idea. So I found this magazine. This is not really a magazine. It's a catalog, yes, that I found on the mailbox recently. So I say, okay, let's use it. I think it's a fun look. So I found her and I just cut her with a big kind of skirt. And as you can see, I was cutting also the hands, and I didn't glue the hand there because we are gonna build basically the skirt. That was the idea. So now I'm basically using some random magazine pages where I can find some text on it, and then put some acrylic paint in rainbow order, but with a lot of water. So it's not gonna be it's still acrylic paint, but it's not gonna be opaque, but it's gonna be transparent, so you can still see the text. And basically I'm just coloring all those stripes here and there with different color, again trying to following a rainbow order. So I have the green that I was using with Virdian green. For the blue I was using cerulean blue. Then I moved on the purple, and this is grape taffy. And then I'm using purple, and this is rosé. And I'm kind of mixing the purple to transition to the red, but the red I didn't want to have a really red dark kind of primary red. I just used crimson red that I liked. And then I went for the orange. This is orange yellow, and then finally the yellow mild. I'm doing this one in all those pages, and then let it dry. And then basically I'm just gonna cut some stripes with the scissor, and then we are gonna build the skirt. In the end it turned out pretty cool. I mean, I was having in mind something a bit different, but in the end it turned out not so bad. So basically, as you can see, I'm just gonna wrapping and just giving the stripe, just having some kind of shape like it was texture. a textile there, and I like it in the end. But the best way that I found to do this one was to put first on the stripe bit of glue, and then wrapping it, kind of modeling the stripe on the page before kind of pressing everything, and then press everything and put a lot of glue in between the drapes, and all, as much as I could basically, and doing all those kind of straps. So I'm just starting with the yellow. It's gonna be on the bottom. In the end I decided to have three level of yellow. Maybe two would have been enough, but in the end I like it. I was kind of enjoying the moment and I glue everything down, but in the end I had too much yellow, orange and red, let's say, color, and not much instead green and blue. So okay, fine. It went as it went. But it was funny to kind of recreate the skirt, and the problem that I had is that I didn't, in the end, let's say, I didn't pay too much attention on the shape of the skirt on the top part, because I had so much fun and I continued to add a lot of drape on the side, as you can see here on the orange. That's where I had a mistake. You can see from my cutout it was supposed to be much less on one side, but in the end it's nice. And then the final one is just a green stripe. I didn't want to have a lot of movement there. It's kind of straight stripe, more or less, just a little bit movement, but not a lot. And then I'm gonna glue her hand down, so it's gonna be like she's keeping this big skirt with that hand. And that was very funny and easy to make. I mean, in the end everything was done by the girl of that catalog, and I like it in the end how it turned out. Then on the side, as always, I had to have a quote, and the quote of today is: don't forget to fall in love with yourself. And I really like it, the page. I'm just kind of mixing with my Artistro white pen, and the black pen is always my Baoke brush pen, kind of changing the style of the font as I like it. Okay, that's basically the page. I hope that you had fun watching it, and if you want to replicate, that's really easy to do it. Give me a like if you like it, and see you soon on the next week. Next week we are gonna continue with the series of the planet, and we are gonna do the sun. Stay in touch, because in the end I already did that page. I did today, and I like it really a lot. Okay, thanks a lot for watching and for the company. Bye bye, see you soon.